As you, not as I'm looking at you now, Steve Preston, and the wonderful setup that you've done, and I hope you continue to do so. As you as a person, as the guy who gets up in the morning for his cup of tea or his coffee, where does this fit into the person?
The first thing we are a shadow of a doubt. If you're not an Elvis fan, forget it.
Yes,
because you're never going to go through the pain. You're never going to go that extra mile to get to where you want to get.
Right.
And it is a long hard road, especially in this country. It's not like in America where, you know, some acts like, you know, they actually know the Sweet Inspirations and they know that they live around Memphis. Totally different situation over here. I started at club level.
Right.
Blackburn Railway Working Men's Club. And I managed to work.
So you've come with the Woodbines in there and you're singing
to
a pub full that nobody's listening.
Sunday afternoon the newspapers are out, nobody's listening. To come through that, then into the corporate section, which again is better paid, but again you've got this, you know, they don't really care who's on really because they've got that much money. They're just there just for fancy.
Let me take you to that. Who said, I think this guy now could be an Elvis ETA? Who said that, and at what stage did that sort of jigsaw come together?
Right. I think most ETAs listen to a lot of other ETAs and think I can do better.
Right.
Whether they can or not is another thing, and that's certainly one thing what I did. And to be fair, it was a tougher job than what I thought it were going to be.
That's honest.
You know what I'm saying?
Radio, that is honest.
Because I thought, I can do that, but it's not as easy as what you think.
Sure.
The acid test really, I think, is when you can eventually get to a stage where people want to pay to come and watch you. But you've got to get to a certain point where you feel you're good enough to say, right, I can get a club now and I'll charge two or three quid on the door.
Sure.
Then you see how many come in, and then the acid test is how many come back.
Yes. Yeah. So for
me,
you, it's not from the off; it's the second time round.
Oh no, it's a bill that you know. I mean, you just assume it's easier than what it is, like in most jobs, you know.
One thing I will say, Steve, before we go any further, and I'm not just saying this, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I'll have more ETAs in the studio, and no doubt. So many thanks for joining me on Welcome Either in My Shoes. But I do find this. And I haven't been paid to do this, it's nothing about that at all. I found Steve to be very genuine, which there is some ETAs out there, which I'm not going to go into names because that's not what the show's about, but there is some ETAs out there who seem to forget that they are ETAs, which is a shame. Steve is a very genuine guy, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and you can see him on Friday, which is the third, isn't it, guys? At the Dern Playhouse at Goldthorpe. And it's 01709, which is the Rotherham number, 894128. And also, what song would you like us to play now? Because I know you've brought a song with you with different guys that you've worked with. Okay,
well the thing was, is that we decided to promote the world's greatest Elvis concert.
Sure.
And we looked around to see which ETAs would fit the category, because we wanted to do it in each era. Now, Justin Shandor's from Las Vegas. And the song he's going to do, although he did the early section, he came back and did an encore, and he did Unchained Melody. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, should we have a listen at that? And
sure.
Can we have his name again, Steve?
Justin Shandor, and he'll be in on August Bank Holiday. He'll be in the show as well.
We'll cover that August Bank Holiday after this.
No problem.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God, to me, lonely rivers flow through the sea, through the open heart and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God, speed your love to
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Here we go. All right. More of it. Let's have it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Preston Shandor. Preston Shandor, ladies and gentlemen. From Las Vegas, USA, Preston Shandor. Our drums, DJ Fontana.
What a fairy tale
What a concert this was.
What a sound, what a sound, what a sound. You're part of that. Oh my goodness. August, we're looking at an even bigger show.
Yeah,
Why?
the world's greatest Elvis concert. The dates have just been released for the 2 weekend shows, which is
Sure.
Saturday the 29th of August is at Polo, Manchester,
Okay.
and the 30th Harrogate International Centre, North Yorkshire.
Right.
There's no actual dates in South Yorkshire, but I'm sure
Yes.
it's not too well. It's not too far to travel if we don't get them. But we're looking at the moment. We're looking for Edinburgh, possibly Cardiff, and possibly Indigo at London.
EPE, should they have been involved in that?
Well, there was
What
at
do you
one
think?
point. There was at one point because because they sent a FedEx
Right.
from New York from the solicitors to me.
Oh, I see.
Because there was a court ruling in London a while back saying that in this country at least,
Sure.
right, you can't copyright the name of a dead person.
Right.
So this is why all the Elvis impersonators or Elvis tribute acts always go around and say tribute to Elvis.
Sure.
Right? In America, they're not allowed to do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've got to use either the King or some kind of, they're not allowed to use that word Elvis.
So, with you travelling, what's the best option? Our version or the States?
Well,
Oh,
personally,
I see.
the Elvis has such an aura around it.
Right.
You can stick a 4-inch Elvis sign 300 yards away and you'll see it because
Sure.
of the aura around it. It's one of the things.
Yeah, of course.
They sent a FedEx saying, hang on a minute, you can't do that. And I'm saying, well, hang on a minute, I'm not in the USA. But they have Sean Clush working for them. So they would have
under
just,
their
They
licence.
would have just turned
Sure.
around and said, no,
Did they
Sean
crush you?
Clush. Yeah,
Right.
of course they would.
Oh, wow.
So anyway,
Interesting,
it
that.
took about a week to sort out.
Right.
And then they came back and said, we understand what you're trying to do, we like what you're trying to do, so we'll give you the right now to use the world's greatest Elvis tribute concert.
And you got that from EPE?
And that's straight from EP.
Wow.
And Sean Clush's management is happy with that. And well, they came on and did the business.